you need to just have a little bit of background about me, because otherwise I think we may not be in sync. I'm born and brought up like you, like many of you are born and brought up outside of Kerala. I'm born and brought up in the city of Calcutta. I still can't read Malayalam. Don't tell Baba that, but I still have a problem. I had a business in Calcutta that included a travel agency, and in 1983 I got a free ticket that brought me out. I flew into Perth. Before that, in 74, I hitchhiked from Afghanistan to Europe and back. It took me 7 months. 2 years later, I got a 120-day ticket and I went to Boston, and I went 120 days around the United States and came back. Then I started my own travel agency. In 83, with that free ticket, I came to Perth and I hitchhiked across another border. I came to Melbourne, and I don't know where the church was. It wasn't this church, and I think we were sharing a church with other people. I spent a month hitchhiking around here, and I know I almost lost my life in a tornado in Thailand Bend, 1983. And then I flew to Auckland and I went around North Island, South Island for another month, and I went back. But in the Christchurch Cathedral in 1983, I hadn't been receiving Qurbana for 2 years, because I said, either you believe that what you're receiving is the body and blood of Christ, and if so, you change your lifestyle. Either that, or you stop receiving Qurbana. For 2 years I didn't do that. And I remember 1983, Christchurch Cathedral. It was Monday, Thursday evening, and there was a service, and there were only 15 people. And the vicar there was passing around this, what they call the bread and wine. And when it came to my turn, I just passed it to the person next to me, and I said, "Oh God, never let me pass another Passion Week without receiving your body." That same year, I went back to Calcutta, and I left Calcutta for a monastery. The monastery is in Kerala. It's called Bethany Ashram. It's in the hills of near Rani Perina. When I left for the monastery, I was 33 years old. In Calcutta, I was a businessman, I was a sportsman, I played rugby union, going forward. I was a captain of a first division hockey club in Calcutta called Howrah Union. I got college colors in hockey. I rode horses, amateur jockey in Dolly races. That was my life. I went to a monastery, and in the year that I was there, I decided that I would not go back to my old life. I've been trying to break out of that life cycle. It wasn't working, because I'd always go back to the same circle. And so then the people in the monastery suggested to me to go to the seminary. You want to learn about God, you go to the seminary. I said, but the seminary, only priests go to the seminary. Said, no, you can go. Calcutta Diocese Metropolitan Mar Theodosius, he is no more. Tirumeni gave me a letter and I joined the seminary. When I left 4 years later, all my classmates became priests. All of them, including a metropolitan. He's my classmate. And they were all 10 years younger than me, because when I left the seminary, I was 38 years old. And Mar Theophilus of Mumbai said, why don't you go and work with the youth? And that started this. From 1988, I've been working with young people, and all I'm doing, God took me on a very circuitous route and brought me to understand something about this church. And I have been, and I was sharing this with Tom. Where's Tom? Yeah, I was sharing this with Tom yesterday. I have been, because I didn't understand Malayalam and I couldn't understand the culture so much, I have been to every other denomination's youth program, because I was thirsty for spiritual life and I wasn't getting it in my church. But the battle of my church continued. And now I have come back. I worked with young people all over India, first as Mr. Philip Kuruvilla. I don't know when I came to Jalali whether I was already a deacon or not. In 1991, I thought, okay, I'm serving the Lord, and to be a deacon means one who serves. So I decided I would become ordained a deacon, and I did it symbolically in Bethany Ashram. And after that, there was no looking back. I had been searching for a woman to marry for 41 years. I searched 6 continents, and I finally found her in 1992 in an ashram in Coimbatore, near Coimbatore, which belongs to our church, where men and women both stay. Now I'm married, Bibi and I have 2 children. Maria is 21 and David is 20. That's my life. What I would like to share with you today is, many of you are on I would say the fringe of your adult lives. And I would like to share with you, go wherever you want, receive from the Lord. But you have been bequeathed by your forefathers and foremothers, a church. It is my trial and error I found this church, and I'm hoping that you will be able to find it too. I have brought some CDs with me, which would help you. Where are the CDs? When you have, I have asked Achana to copy them and get them to you. One of them is about Parvalatharmani. It tells you about Parvalatharmani. I'm not sure whether I brought you the Malayalam one or the English one. But this is the autobiography of the saint. All of you have this saint in your home. But if somebody asks you, why do you pray to him, or why do you ask his intercession, who is he? You don't have a clue. Was he born? My parents told me he's a good guy, so I prayed. You need to know. So this is one. This is a video CD. This is an audio CD which has topics about things that all of you want to know about our church, the history of our church, about Saint Mary, the Orthodox Church, and how we relate to the Bible. Know your enemy, Satan, fasting and feast days, departed souls. So, and this is the Holy Kurbana, and it's picturized. So that's all. That was a commercial break. Now we get on with